Sorry, you guys, I gotta make a new one because somehow it got off the fucking name. It's annoying as hell. Sorry, Darren. I don't know why I did that. It was perfectly fine until we'll cam tomorrow, okay?
I want to send you something that's hilarious.
Okay,
It's one of those things. How stuff should have ended.
Yeah. We will cam tomorrow, okay?
Yes, we will. We'll do this. How was your day today?
It was good. How was yours?
Good.
Good.
I thought you were.
Huh?
I thought you were me.
There was. It was probably you. Me sending that to you, and it's a late reaction.
You're seeing this girl on your road. How was your? Oh, bowling score is 100 and 112.
Oh wow.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
How did your thingy go?
Remember, I had to cancel, which I don't like doing, but you can't help it when she can't stop bleeding.
The hell?
Sorry, I'm thinking of you of more like a girlfriend than a boyfriend. Like a friend, a girlfriend. I like you're a girl. My mom's on a period. You can't do that unless you off it because it can.
But she's 40.
It don't matter. You can have your period if you're 60.
The hell?
You can have your period all that
Well, I
time.
thought it was like only if you were like preparing for a baby.
No. You can have it when you're older. You can have it when you're young. You can have it. It don't stop.
Are you gonna reschedule for tomorrow?
One day. Why does my phone do that? It stops. You know, soon.
Your mom.
It'll stop when it gets old. When you get older and older. Right now, she's in that phase of stopping, but it's just.
Couldn't your sister have taken you?
Huh?
Could your sister could have taken you?
Well, the reason why we do it together is because it makes it easier. So I guess I just have to wait.
What?
I just had to wait. My dad had to work in anyway. There was no.
Couldn't your sister have taken you now?
I know, but
she's a woman.
My sister had a doctor's appointment. My mom had to go do something.
I would have taken you.
If you drive, yeah.
Yeah. I just asked him where the hell is he been. Like, I didn't actually use those words, but here's the words I used.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll screen share this
Okay.
so that you can see it.
I'll get off on this.
Your mom had to cancel. Oh, your mom had to cancel.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's only
Yeah,
to make
I still don't like doing that because it's still important to get checked, but I'm just gonna have to wait.
Yeah, here's what I put. You see it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I was just being nice.
It's okay, man. Sometimes you gotta do stuff for you.
No, I was just being nice because he hadn't been on for like months.
Wait.
Okay, but seriously, you want me to send you that video? Hold on,
Yeah.
let me send this to Rhino and then send you the video.
Okay. Thank you for getting on the stream with me.
So remind me to clean this shit. Me. I actually need to tap this here, but I actually tapped the wrong person. Let me make sure that's the real. Oh, when we get off, I want to send you something.
Okay.
Because they have a new. They have a new Alvin and the Chipmunks show up
Do they?
on Nickelodeon, and I wanted to check it out, but I can't check it out on here because otherwise I'll get a mess of the stream and stuff. So, but when we get off, we'll check it out. Okay. This is hilarious. It's like how Doomsday should have been. You know the Doctor Who episode Doomsday where Rose goes to the other dimension?
Yeah.
This is funny. Oh no. Will you keep on the charger, you fucking stupid thing? Really? Are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, why did you send me a message?
I just said you're funny.
Alright. Now let me. You can screen share that because it's hilarious. Let me get on Facebook so that we can watch Doctor Who review that we left off on
Yeah.
and stuff.
Right.
Because he does bring up some interesting points.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell did she survive?
Well, the thing is, he don't know is that thin sheet of skin is not a guy.
Yeah, that's funny too. But yeah. I'm just getting on Facebook so that I can actually use Facebook to
Okay.
start the
So did you have a good day at Arcade though?
Yeah, but you stop being slow.
Huh?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
For some reason, it's been like telling me that you've left me messages instead of the actual wording, so I actually have to go in the app in order to get them.
That's weird. I don't get that.
Yeah, it's like show me the wording of the thing that she's actually wrote. You know?
Right.
Will you keep on the charger, you stupid piece of shit? This thing's almost dead.
Why?
I want to because it keeps unconnecting and I keep using it without thinking.
Is it on the charger?
Yeah, it's on the charger.
Mm.
Hold on a sec. I actually have to go into the app to get your messages.
I hate that.
It's really stupid because like in the morning I'm like in a hurry, so in the morning I'm in such in a hurry.
You're right.
So in a hurry, I just can't do normal shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, you do leave me morning messages sometimes.
I send you messages to check in.
Right.
I have to like, do it so low though. So, I have to do it like this. How are we doing? Sorry. But you get what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, screen share.
Alright.
Piece of shit. Oh, who cares?
I'm gonna start it up.
Okay, go ahead and start it.
Dear Scotty, I needed a change when I set off for New Zealand. I wasn't sure what to expect. Then I met you, my tour guide. You made me feel at home halfway across the world. You helped me literally climb over my fears and say yes to new.
Takes an awful lot of power to send this projection. I'm in orbit around a supernova. Burning up a sun just to say goodbye.
I'm never gonna see you again.
You can't.
I love you.
Quite right. And I suppose there's one last chance to say it. Rose Tyler. Hold on. Wait, just a minute. The captain closed the starboard out. I just need to find another one, and I'll get to you in a second. I don't know where the heck you came from. Where was I? Right. Disposable stuff. Hold on, Rose. I'm back. So sorry about that. You know, being a Time Lord and all, you'd think I'd maybe have timed that a little better. Oh well. Where was I? Oh yes. Rose Tyler.
Why?
Really, Dad?
Yeah.
Where the heck do you find this at?
It's those cartoon fucking parody things.
Your talk.
I know, right? I was looking for the review of season three.
And you found those?
I found like I found one of those and like oh my god, it's hilarious though.
Oh yeah.
Keep going, it gets funnier.
You and Kevin on screen. They should make you one.
But nearly as long as it was supposed to. This one, however, I'm positive is going to last. As I was saying, Rose Tyler.
Come on.
I can't believe there's 3 stars to say one bloody sentence. Okay, Rose Tyler. Okay, that time was because of some Daleks, which I took care of.
Exterminate! Doctor!
Yes.
Say that you love me.
Oh, right. Rose Tyler. I love you.
Do you mean it?
Of course I do.
Forever and ever?
Oh, no. Sorry. No. I'm a Time Lord. You're in another dimension. It would never work. Well, I mean, I suppose if by chance we could figure out a way to clone this version of myself, then we could live happily ever after.
Spoilers.
What?
Oh man.
That's funny, but wait, no, don't.
It's not magic, it's a sonic
What, Dad?
screwdriver.
What?
Don't end it yet.
I'm not gonna end it because usually stuff like this I end up doing something funny.
And I bet you'd love to have one. I'd have a bad screwdriver. What would a bat do with a screwdriver? You could have saved Florian.
Okay.
Now it's over. Super cat.
We should make one about you.
Oh, hell no. It would never work. I'm a lawnmower and you're another. Imagine if that actually happened.
Yeah,
No.
you should do that, wouldn't you?
I didn't. Like, it's a good thing we did this because I hit the first day.
Why?
Well, for starters, I had pop spilled on my pants.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Is that what you were talking to me?
You know that kid Mitchell? You know the kid? You know the guy Mitchell?
Yeah.
He talked with his hands and like spilled my pop all over my pants.
You what?
He spilled my pop over my hands, all over my pants.
Oh, okay.
Like he went like that and spilled my pop.
On purpose?
No, he was talking and
Oh, he was talking and he probably hit it and it landed on you.
I was pissed. I'm like, what the hell?
I would be pissed too if that happened to me.
Like I wasn't sure of my pants. Like I kind of did,
Right.
you know.
I'm glad we stream too. It's good to do that instead of scamming, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you still like the camera, right?
And then I got my shirt wet.
So you still like the cam, right? No?
Yeah, with pee. And,
Pee.
well, I went to go to the bathroom, and it went over, and I didn't realize that it was going to go over. Like, I didn't pull my shirt up because I can't in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to stop camming and always do this, or you want to cam still.
You can't. Go ahead.
Do this.
Go ahead and listen to that voice recorder though.
Okay. I can do that. Yeah, but easy as it's to do it anyway.
My sending messages just to check in with you, but like, I feel like you went so low that like, I have to do it like that.
Oh yeah, of course you gotta do it well so no one hears you before you get in trouble. But I do try to figure out what you say, so I listen to like 5 or 6 times just to understand what you're trying to say to me.
You know what I mean? Like, and it. I actually had to reinstall this because I thought it was going nuts with the message thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Unless it's an update. Like if I send you stuff, you get the actual message.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna do it right now still.
Yeah, do an example and then I'll tell you that.
No, like exit out of Facebook so that I can send you that.
Exit out of Facebook.
No, not Facebook. The app.
I'm not doing that.
Exit out of the app.
Okay.
You want like okay. You still there?
I'm here.
Okay, did it go through? Or did it do a message thing like this?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna screen share this, okay?
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
You must have hit the phone back.
Yeah,
So we have to go back down. Oh, Destiny. How is she feeling, by the way?
Destiny?
Yeah.
She's feeling awesome.
Is she feeling back to her old self?
Oh yeah. She's been like that for a while now. Running around. She was having me run for
Is she-
the other day. Trying to pick her
Did
up.
she keep running? Did she keep
When I
running
try to
around?
pick her up or something, like to grab her to take her outside, sometimes she won't unless you pick her up and take her out there and do it yourself. She won't go outside. So I try picking her up and she goes running. And then she'll stop and sit there. And then when I go reaching for her, she goes on it again.
You have to chase her.
Yeah, exactly. And then one time she got out of the house and started running for money, trying to run after her, and she stopped, and I'll go pick her up, and she'll go booking. It's like, really? Yeah, she would do that. She gets really happy and starts to make you run for her.
She makes you run for your money.
Yeah, she will.
Oh, for God's sake. Hold on. I got David. Hello. Pretty good. How are you? Okay, so we are definitely going Saturday. Because I asked Grandma to tell me, and like, she didn't tell me. Kid, stop hitting your brother. Why? No, I thought you meant like the fact that why do I don't mean to, but like why the heck do I cuss so much and stuff? I think we're talking to me. Yeah. What asks but doesn't answer? A phone? Wait, could Because you have to answer a phone. I know, that's what I thought. Okay. Your girlfriend. Nikki. No. No. She's on the thing, so I have to be careful what I said. Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying.
You said my name and then you said I have to be careful what I say. What?
Hold on, Smart's calling. Can I call you back?
What was that about? What was that about?
It's a riddle.
Huh?
What ask? It's a riddle. What ask? What doesn't answer?
Darren, why did you say that when you said my name? Huh?
What? It's a riddle. Like you don't ask questions, but you ask questions, but you don't answer.
What are you talking about?
I'll have him explain.
Why did you say my name and then you said you don't want to tell me because I'm on?
It's a riddle. I was just joking with you.
What?
The riddle.
Darren, you have to tell me more than that.
You know how some girlfriends don't, like, they ask questions but don't answer?
I don't understand why you said my name.
It's a riddle.
I don't get that though. You need to explain to me things, not tell me it's a riddle. I don't understand that. You have to explain to me. You said my name for a reason and then you didn't want to finish because I'm on here.
Ah, God damn it.
I like how you just like to keep sleeping.
Okay, hold on. Now it controls. When I don't want to control. I'm gonna figure out those riddles.
Just forget about it. I don't understand why you said my name. Don't say that.
It was a joke.
Darren. I don't get what's a joke. All I know is you said my name, then you said no, let's forget about it because Nikki's on here. I don't like keeping secrets from each other, but you can't keep stuff from me. You need to tell me why you said that. If you can't say it on here with me, then why are you with me? You need to say stuff in front of me without being scared or keeping things from me. You know I don't like that.
Okay, what is that riddle?
Well, who are you talking to?
My brother.
Your brother?
And my brother.
What?
My brother.
Okay, what were you guys talking about?
A riddle.
What's that? I don't get it.
What asks but doesn't answer? You piece of shit. Come on. Oh, hold on. Maybe. I can get it. Who the I don't want to leave him in. Hold on. Because I know both him and he have a, I know both he and she have Facebooks, but only she can, like, message me off of her phone. I wonder if the calling feature works. Okay, according to this phone, why would it redo itself? I was trying to, like, what asked but never answered. Oh, come on, stupid thing. I hate this stupid thing. I thought it was my sister. And it's grandma. Oh my god. I hate this stupid thing when it does this stupid stuff.
Whatever you said, was that a bad thing or was it a good thing, Darren?
No, it's a riddle. It was a riddle. I'm just trying to figure out what it means.
Oh. Why did you say Nicole's there? I can't say anymore.
Because I thought, like, my first answer was my girlfriend. Okay? My first answer was anyone's girlfriend. Because you know how some girls are like, they ask questions but you don't get answers out of them?
I don't do that.
No, I know you don't, but. Come on. You stupid piece of shit.
This was this coffee shop for a really long time.
Oh, I might be offline on Saturday because we're going to the zoo apparently.
What do you mean?
We're going to the zoo with my brother and sister.
Are you?
Yeah.
Lucky you, because I wish I could go. Everyone else got to go, and I don't get to go. You're lucky.
Like when I asked Grandma, she said don't ask. So it must have been a secret.
Oh. Is Grandma going?
I think so.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you're going. No. Just wish I could.
Like it must have been a secret because she didn't even answer me when I asked her.
So you probably won't go Saturday, you saying?
No, I probably won't be on.
That's what I'm saying. So
I don't know when we're going. So I think I should ask Grandma. You know?
yeah.
But I don't want to be like, well, we told me we're going to the zoo. No, whatever. I'm just, you know, if he tells me not to ask her, you know, I'm just telling her that David told me. You know? Well, I probably won't be in trouble. He probably didn't know either.
No.
Well, I'll ask her when dinner comes.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. I just have to call him back when I can. Because right when I was about to call him back, my ankle wasn't, so naturally. Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah. No, because I was trying to see if I could call her on the phone, but I guess she doesn't have that phone capability. You know?
Right.
Instead of having to actually use a phone.
Right.
I wish everyone had like smartphones.
Not everyone can afford them.
What? I know they're
They're
expensive, but come on.
They could be expensive, and it matters which ones you get. Like the Galaxies, the iPhones, those are like $500 for a phone.
For phone?
Yeah.
Alright.
The one I got almost like $100 cheaper, but still, some people can't afford that.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm wondering why in the world.
See, I could get a $500 phone, but I'm not gonna want to spend that much money unless I get it for free.
Exactly. So why would you even want it?
I don't. A good phone, and that would be cool to have, but not. I'm gonna have to spend $500 on it, and I can use that money for other things.
I got a text from. Hold on. Here's something packed up a bit. Oh, he's sick. Oh, he's sick. Okay.
What was it?
He's sick.
Who?
Starts.
Gamer?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know. He's sick.
Well. It's just like,
wondering where he was been. Have a bit of cold. It'll take you a couple days to get that. It'll take you a couple days to get that. Yeah. So. Yeah, I think it was honestly a surprise because like I didn't know anything about it, so. And she didn't. I think she was trying to keep it a surprise. To be completely honest with you.
Well, yeah, it's something cool. Like, we'll go into the zoo because school.
Like honestly.
So,
Yeah.
One of these like.
I think honestly we're going to Detroit.
We go to Toledo.
Again, I love this theme music. It's like
It's the guy yesterday.
Yeah, it's the guy from yesterday.
That,
but like I have to redo.
Makeup on.
I have to redo the entire episode because it's like you didn't get to see half of it, or did you get to see all of it?
I got to see it. You can still watch it.
You got to see all of it.
Of the end of the world, yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I'm just gonna go to 3 then because I thought you didn't see it.
Oh no, I watched it yesterday.
All right. I'm just gonna go to 3 then because.
Well, you told me to watch it, so I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I listened to you.
Okay. Sorry.
I listened to you.
Okay. Preemptive here on the 3rd episode. I'm not even 2 minutes in, and I've already had like one of the most hilarious moments I think I've seen in the entire series so far. Okay, so this man is mourning over his, I assume it's his grandmother, maybe his mother, but it's mourning over the death of an old woman. And all of a sudden she comes back to life and starts choking. And the person in charge of the funeral home comes in and is like, he sees this guy being strangled to death by this dead woman. And his first reaction is, oh, no. As in, not again!
Yeah, I just rewatching this makes me think of these episodes and how funny this shit is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like these little nuances.
It makes you see the things that you don't see when you watch it.
Certainly, people coming back to life and strangling their loved ones is so common in 1869 that the first response it gets is, oh no. Anyway, I'll see when I start this episode.
He's having fun.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It is funny.
Because like I remember that, and like I never thought of it at the time, but I'm like, I'm so glad I'm rewatching these.
Oh, I know.
Like I'm so glad I'm rewatching these and him bringing these up.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. It's pretty funny. I like them.
Oh, hold on.
This is Discovering Doctor Who. I just finished the episode, episode number 3, The Unquiet Dead. And, well, you know, the song previously, but I found the beginning quite funny. I think this is the first episode that is really, it started to pull me in. I think it needed the first two episodes were very, it's like focusing on something very weird. The second one was like the end of the planet Earth, which is very far out there. This one came, they went back to 1869, and Charles Dickens, like, and the portrayal of Charles Dickens is very sophisticated, very smart, very much a philosopher. And I thought it was a very, I mean, it was accurate, but a very well done portrayal. I really liked it.
Let me just mess with the quality. I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm glad that carried the movie.
Let me mess with it because it's like not really messing up.
Alright.
Okay.
And Rose, this was a good episode. This is one that I just honestly can't really think of anything negative about. It was well done. There was one character whose acting was kind of but overall it was a good episode, and it was a very human episode, which I think is what sort of allowed me to finally get sort of a connection with the show, is that they were able to reach a human level, not only from Rose, who was the obviously like actual human connection in 5 million years in the future, but even the Doctor is just like, he admits that he made some mistakes in this episode. It's just really well done, and I mean they kind of bring zombies into it, and this alien race that appears to be ghosts, but they're like gaseous form, very strange, and a very. If you're really paying attention, it's not that unexpected, but there's a twist that occurs later in the episode that I honestly didn't see coming, because I was getting into the episode. I was thinking that it was going to be a very
Alright, let me just put it on me so someone's going back.
Okay.
You could still hear that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
the episode, it was going to be something that just was very positive and moving along, and all of a sudden it takes this really dark twist. And the CGI, I complained about the CGI in the previous episode, and in this one, depending on your taste and how much of a file or whatever it is you are, that might not be that great of graphics, but I thought it looked really good, and the way they portrayed these spirit aliens, and the one that sort of turns, it was just like,
let me turn my light on because it's like getting real dark. I can't tell from the window, but it's like getting really dark.
That's fine. If you need to turn it on, turn it on.
Because it's almost 6 o'clock, and it's like
Getting dark.
like really dark.
Right.
That's better. For some weird reason, my computer decided to tell me that my Windows 10 upgrade is ready again.
It will. You'll keep saying that until you do. But your grandpa said not to until he figured it out.
Not to until he like.
Well, until he says, yeah, it's okay. I told him that. Yeah.
Like I'm scared. Like I don't mind upgrading, but I'm scared I'm gonna lose it. You know my virus scanner.
I updated everything.
Oh, did you lose? Did you lose anything, or did you?
No, everything was there when I got on.
Oh, like your virus scan and stuff.
No, I've had my virus scan on there. It was still on there. Oh, it's an airplane. I thought it was a spaceship.
A demonic form. It was really cool. I really like that aspect of the episode. Like I said, I can't believe there's anything negative to say about it. Though. Just maybe the slight nitpicks, like one of the characters primary to the episode, but one of the core characters for the episode not having that great of an actress, but besides that, it was really well done, and I enjoyed this episode. And there's actually some quotes from this episode that I absolutely love. Where is it? I almost completely forgot with Charles Dickens being in there. Apparently, Dr. Number 9 is a complete Dickens fanboy. It's adorable to see him just fanboying over Dickens when he first realized.
Oh my God, you're Charles Dickens. I remember that. I remember laughing my ass off because it's like when you think of the Doctor, you don't think of him fanboying out like that.
Oh no.
Who it is that he's talking to. It's absolutely hilarious. I love that part of the episode. A quote from Charles Dickens. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Most people might think it sounds kind of stupid, but something weird's going on. He says, "What the Shakespeare is going on?"
That's funny.
The
What I said earlier.
What the Shakespeare?
Huh?
What the Shakespeare's going on, or what I said earlier with the Doctor family fanboying out like that?
No, I looked up and I seen an airplane and I said, "Oh, it's an airplane, not a spaceship."
I know, I'm a dork, but I just found that really funny. And I thought I had another quote here, but I guess that's really it. Two other little things I noticed in the episode that has really been in other episodes as well. Number 9 just finds so much joy in listening and hearing people talk about crazy things or stuff that he is obviously in on, but other people aren't. He's just like,
because it's like a conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
I absolutely love his character. He's hilarious. And one of the, I guess this would be another technical nitpick, and it's something that I hope doesn't continue completely over the rest of the series. It may just be early on in the season, but this is 2 episodes now that Rose has been essentially trapped behind a door and begging to be let out. It's not a major issue, but it's just a nitpick. It's like, is she going to be the damsel in distress in every episode, even if it's only for a short period of time? I hope not, but we'll see as it goes along. But again, overall, this episode, it's the one that really is starting to pull me in. I'm legitimately excited to see the next episode now. Whereas after the last 2, well, especially after the last one, I was kind of, I don't know where this is going. But yeah, I am definitely really excited to see episode 4 now, which is Aliens of London, which the first preview that they showed at the end of the episode is essentially a UFO going right through Big Ben, to which I was just like, okay. So, unfortunately, I'm out of time for watching for tonight, but, this is 3 episodes down, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. And I hope you all are excited to see more of my thoughts on Doctor Who in the episodes as I go along. And everyone, thank you very much for joining me here, and I look forward to seeing you next episode for Aliens of London. Until next time, I'm Papa Kid.
Bonus.
They've been on my lap this entire time. Say hello, Kitty. Say hello, chicken. Little better chicken. She's very angry right now. Tell that it's a kitchen.
That's funny. This guy's hilarious, though.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, come on! Stupid thing. I hate that. Because it goes over what I... Okay, this is a game.
Every now and then,
What do you think?
someone.
Oh, don't tell me it's Madden.
Changes everything.
Never mind.
High-powered macros are for the one. Hi everyone, I'm Papa Ken, and today I am covering episodes 4 and 5 of the new series of Doctor Who, aka the one that came out in 2005. I gotta find out a better way to open that. But anyway, the episodes are, number 4 is Aliens in London, and episode 5 is World War III. Yes, serious business. I'm going to try and get through a little synopsis real quick, and hopefully I won't stumble too much. There's going to be a lot of editing just to warn you. So to start off, the Doctor brings Rose back to her time in London and tells her that they have arrived back 12 hours after they left in episode 1 / beginning of episode 2. However, his aim is off a little bit because they actually came back 12 months after they left originally. And needless to say, Rose's mom has been a little bit concerned. So when Rose comes into her house and says, "Hey Mom, I've been over at my friend's place overnight," her mom can't believe her eyes because she has returned, and little does Rose know that she's been gone for 12 months. I already said that, being a little bit repetitive. But anyway, the Doctor realizes his mistake, and shortly afterward, as I mentioned at the end of the previous vlog, a UFO crashes through Big Ben, goes on a crash course through London, and boom, alien life. London discovers alien life. That's it. We get a bunch of cutaways to the government that are really silly and weird and has what we find out are farting aliens. I'll explain that later. And eventually, Rose's mom finds out that the Doctor is an alien.
From Rexo Valedictorian.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call it Rexo Fellows for Valedictorian or whatever. It's not a Slovene. It's the Slovene family, but they're Rexo Valedictorian. You know?
Right.
Because
I'm only bringing that up because in the game, Attack of the Grass,
Yeah.
number 10, meaning David Tennant, accidentally calls it a Slovene and not a Rexo Valedictorian.
Oh.
she finds the artist and can't believe her eyes and is freaking out, oh my god. And as a result, she ends up calling the government on the Doctor because there's already a big scare going.
What an idiot. And then, like,
What an idiot.
later in like season 2, I like Jackie, but right then I'm like, really, you're really calling the government on the guy that you just met,
Right.
and they're listening into your conversation. Well, words, you know, while they're fact checking words to make sure that. Okay. The Doctor's been around for like, I don't know. In the show, he's probably been around for like, this is probably around 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Probably around like a millennia or so. Because he can travel through time and stuff like that. The government has probably had tabs on him.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing this, you stupid woman? You know, because you don't want him to, like, later in the episode, you find out that they got him for a reason.
Right.
To actually find out what the fuck is going on with this thing. But, like, at this point, it's like, come on.
Oh, I know. Right.
And Mickey, Rose, and the Doctor end up getting surrounded by the military. And they end up, rather than taking him to jail, which is what I expected at first, they are actually taking the Doctor to the Prime Minister's house, I think it was. I can't remember exactly, but they take the Doctor to the Prime Minister's house, and because he is an expert on all alien life and can help them figure out what to do, they end up finding out that the alien that crashed, oh, by the way, they found a body in the spaceship. The alien body that they found was not, in fact, an alien, but a Earth pig that had been apparently genetically modified to have a humanoid form. And it wakes up, and it's all freaked out. It starts running around like a little piglet. And to backtrack a little bit, at the beginning of the episode, the TARDIS gets spray painted with Bad Wolf. I don't know what that means or what it's supposed to mean, but when I saw the pig, I was thinking, oh, are we going to have a Three Little Pigs situation? Apparently not, but I don't know. There might be some sort of symbolism in the episode there, but that's the only mention of the pig and the wolf in these two episodes. I don't know. But anyway, after that, little pig ends up getting shot by a military guy. The Doctor yells at him, "He was scared!" And I again apologize to my British friends. You can hit me later. And I again apologize to my British. He was scared! Military guy. The Doctor yells at him, "He was scared!"
I love his British accent. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I'm like,
You're funny.
I can't do a British accent for the life of me. Like, he was scared. I can do some of it. He was scared, but like,
Yeah. You just.
Scared! And the Doctor yells at him, "He was being shot by a military guy." The Doctor yells at him, "He was scared!" And I again apologize that him. He was scared by a military guy. Little pig ends up getting shot by a military guy. The Doctor yells at him, "He was scared!" And I again apologize to my British friends. You can hit me later. And a bunch of stuff ends up happening. Everyone ends up finding out that, in fact, a bunch of government officials are actually aliens, these gigantic Muppets from the hell.
Rectocilly Valedictorians. Recto. I can't even see it. Rectoism Valedictorian. I'll probably say it in the episode.
Right.
Faces and black eyes.
Probably say it in the review. I'm just like butchering the hell out of it. I can't say long alien names. Like, I can say Rachna's fine because it's not like Rachna. It's not like Recto Valedictorian. No.
It's really creepy. For like the first 5 seconds you see them, then they just look kind of stupid because you see them running around. It's ridiculous. I'll touch on those a little bit later. But anyway, all kinds of chaos goes on. They are trying to get codes to for the nuclear codes because
For missiles. If you
oh
didn't,
god, that sounds stupid.
if you didn't know that already.
But here, anyway, they try to hatch a plan to essentially nuke the Earth so they can sell a molten Earth to aliens elsewhere.
Why would you want to?
You asked me.
Why would you want to sell a molten planet? There's no sustainable life on a molten planet.
I don't know.
Unless the people you're selling it to are like lava people.
Hey, look, I live in the moon.
That doesn't make sense at all.
I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense either. I don't know.
They end up thwarting that scheme. The Dr. Rose and Mickey and all them end up thwarting that scheme, and the world is a better place. For whatever reason, even though there was visual evidence everywhere of alien life, it ends up getting written off as a hoax in the newspapers. It's a really weird little. It's weird. It's like it makes sense when you watch the episode, but in hindsight, it's kind of dumb. Which is probably more of a reflection of how dumb the human race is, or at least how dumb the writers find the human race to be, which is probably pretty accurate. And at the end, Rose ends up going with the Doctor, despite the fact that her mother doesn't want her to. And end of story, leading into episode 6. Okay, now that I have that, believe it or not, very summarized version of the story in front of you, I'm wanting to hit these 2 episodes by touching on the different characters in the order that I enjoyed them in this particular episode. Let me know what you think of this style, because it might be something I'll revisit, maybe not. It might just be something I use in like dual episode or multi-part episodes. But anyway, the first character that I really liked in this episode, believe it or not, is Mickey. He's probably the most improved character out of any of the others in the show so far. Now, the first episode, both he and Rose's mom were not written very well. In fact, like I mentioned in the first episode, Mickey's name isn't even mentioned until 2/3 through the episode. 2/3 through the episode, when you think he's dead. And that actually comes back into play where the Doctor can't remember his name, calls him Ricky and a few other names, which I kind of hoped that the Doctor would do.
That is actually put into play. I don't know if that's foreshadowing, because they got like season 2 scripts early. I don't know if that's foreshadowing, because like they had to foreshadow it because the parallel Mickey is actually called Ricky. I don't know if that's actual foreshadowing, but we'll get there when we get to Age of Steel and
Right.
wait a minute, Rise of the Cybermen and Age of Steel.
Sort of the Dr. Cox, where he calls Mickey a bunch of different names, sort of like how Dr. Cox in Scrubs did with JD. I almost forgot his name. With JD calling him a bunch of girls' names, but he did just call him Ricky and maybe 1 or 2 other names. But it was fun. It was a silly little joke. But Mickey really is much more fleshed out as a character in this one, and I really like that. We get to find out more about his personality. He's still not the best written character, but the actor does a much better job. We get to see some authentic emotions other than him just being goofy. And we find one aspect of his personality that is very much in contrast to Rose, which I'll touch on Rose here in a minute. But when the Dr. Rose and Mickey are surrounded by the military, Mickey bails. Like, he just runs off and hides, which is it's a very interesting dynamic, because often in these kinds of movies, in these kinds of shows, you would expect, unfortunately because of stereotypes, the female character to be the one to run tail and hide. Well, in this case, Rose doesn't. It's in fact Mickey. But he goes even further beyond just being a coward or anything like that. It's not so much him being a coward. It's more of a fight or flight reaction. One is the way in which you defend yourself. Some people fight, some people take flight, and his defense mechanism is taking flight. And it ends up being a good thing, because he's the one that technically ends up saving the world from utter destruction. Because later in the episode, he's essentially given access by the Doctor to a missile silo to send the missile to where the aliens and, unfortunately, Rose and the Doctor and another character are. That I'll hit in a few minutes. And he's the one that has to make that final decision. And when the Doctor, I think this is the first time that he just authentically says Mickey's name. He says, it's in your hand. I'm paraphrasing. It's in your hands to make you the idiot, and just sort of a term of endearment almost. And it just, long story short, the character was just so much more fleshed out, and you come to know the character so much more. And I honestly hope that he does appear in later episodes, because he seems like he'd be an authentically fun and entertaining character, especially now that I know so much more about him beyond what we had in the first episode. Now, the second favorite character in this episode would have to be actually a new one that I'm pretty sure will be a recurring character, and her name is Harriet Jones. And the first thing I thought when I saw her come on screen is Sean's mom, because it's played by the woman whose name I'll put down here. It's played by the woman that played Sean's mom in the movie Shaun of the Dead. And one thing I noticed, or at least at first, I don't know if the woman sort of has like a perpetual certain look on her face, but in Shaun of the Dead, she looked pretty much bewildered the whole time. And for at least the episode 4, she looked bewildered pretty much the whole time. But then in episode 5, she came around to be a much stronger character, a very decisive character. And even though we don't learn a lot about her, it's evident that the Doctor has a lot of respect for her, and we don't find out until the end. And obviously, if you're watching this, you're not minding about spoilers, but we end up finding out that she is the future Prime Minister of London, or future Prime Minister of Britain, or however that works. My mind's not working very well right now. But I really like that they introduced her, and the character ended up going from this sort of sneaky, trying to fit around the cracks character to a very powerful and in charge woman, and I really like that. Now, the third person that I like the most would have to be Rose. Rose has some very nice development throughout this episode. She goes through a lot, and it's not just that typical damsel in distress situation like was in the previous 2 episodes. We see her go through a lot of growth. We get to see her experience some of the reality of her coming back after being gone from her family for a year, leaving her boyfriend behind, and just everything that goes on. It's not a huge development for her, but it further expanded on her as a character, and it brought me to like her that much more. And then the obvious ones, like the final character that was my favorite, is obviously the Doctor. And the only reason I put him so low on the list is because I already really like him. And there's so much about him that I enjoyed throughout both of these episodes. He's his usual quirky self, and he takes charge of the situation on multiple occasions. In fact, one of the first where he really takes charge, you can't help but think, wow, the British military is very easily influenced.
Yeah. Because these aliens take the forms of these, you still there?
Yeah.
Take the forms of these, British dignitaries.
Yeah.
You find out this later, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Boomtown, you find out this later that to get these forms, they essentially have to kill a person and wear their skin.
Okay.
Because when Marg, I think her name is, or Mad or something, Mad, turns back into a Slovene egg when the TARDIS turns her back into a Slovene egg to basically start over.
Yeah.
You just see this lifeless husk of her skin. And he tells Maud back in the restaurant that there's a real I forget the person's name. There's a real Margaret Thatcher, I think her name is. There's a real Margaret Thatcher in London that you're stealing her life from. But later in the episode, you find out that she actually died.
Mm,
Because you see that skin like fall off.
right. Okay.
But like I said,
Yeah. Kind of creepy. But you
Yeah.
know, I like creepy stuff. I hope this show doesn't creep you out.
No, I don't.
Like you
Actually,
just, like
it kind of does in a way, but I don't. Like it's not.
like you've seen so many episodes, it probably doesn't creep you out anymore.
No, I don't think it does.
just he's an overall great character. I always enjoy him. Not much to say there. Really, if you've seen the episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or episodes, you know what I'm talking about. He's just great. Now, my not so much favorite characters. There's technically two that I'll focus on here. The first of which, I'm going to say she's my not as least favorite character of this episode, is Rose's mom. Now, I will say this: she is much more developed and she's much better written and, to a point, acted than in the first episode. There are times where I really sympathize for her, can completely understand what she's going through, but then she turns around and really does something to annoy me, like, ugh. And I know maybe I'm taking this from the wrong perspective because I don't have kids. I'm not a mother, obviously. But when she finds out that the doctor is an alien, the first friggin' thing she does, well, maybe not the first thing, but very shortly after, she calls the government to basically get him in trouble.
Exactly. What I said earlier.
Right.
What is wrong with this woman? I mean, think about it. They obviously had tabs on it
Right.
because he's been around for like years.
That's true.
What's wrong with you? You realize that something weird's going on, and yet you call the government.
Right.
Could have just called the regular police, thinking that, oh, my daughter's having a sexual relationship with this person. You know, like you couldn't have called the regular police, which obviously she did, but she still calls the government. You know, like what's wrong with you? You can't keep it. Like I like her in season 2, but in this particular episode, in this particular season, I mean, this is the only episode where she legitimately comes home.
Mm-hmm.
The later episodes are like with the Daleks and like with Adam. What? Fuck Adam, you know? Because he tried to like get all this information from that from bait. I'm talking about episodes. So if you guys don't know, I'm talking like I'm sorry for stealing your dream and stuff, but I want to get some of these done before I have to go to bed and shit.
Right.
But if I say episodes and you don't know what they are, just look them up. Like in the long game, they basically go ahead. Not the long game. Not Dalek either. But what the fuck is that called? Like in one of the later episodes, in Dalek, they befriend like this kid that is part of the government.
Yeah.
And he in the episode preceding Dalek, he gets all this alien knowledge. Gets his alien ship, which is accessed by snapping your finger.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like and he takes it home, and he has Rose's phone for whatever reason. Like, she gives him the phone, which is like, what the fuck? You've never met this guy, so you don't know what he's capable of. You know? You know?
Seems just like a drama show movie.
So it's like, you like it though, right?
Yeah, I do.
And it's like you've never met this guy, and yet you give him a TARDIS key and your phone. You're basically giving him the means, basically because you know he calls home and tries to do the information thing with the parents' answering machine.
Yeah.
The doctor destroys it and leaves him there, which is, I'm like, fuck you. You got.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know. Anyway, that's just one of my pet peeves about that kid.
It ends up.
But then you get introduced to Captain Jack, which is like the best character in the world. He gets brought back for Torchwood, which I don't really want to see.
Right.
But I want to finish Doctor Who first, which will probably take years to finish. Maybe I'll do Torchwood and Doctor Who at the same time, but who knows?
Yeah.
A little bit backfiring on her in a sense, but it's the way she handles that, and just a lot of her mannerisms just really annoy me. There's just I just don't like her as a character, and I can only assume that she's going to be another recurring character throughout the series. I don't know how long, but I really hope that they make her less annoying, at least to a point. Again, it was a vast improvement over the first episode, but there's a lot of room for improvement. Now, the final character, which is really characters that I did not care for in this episode, were the aliens themselves. Because of them, I feel like the entire fourth episode was just silly. Interesting at points, given, but overall it was just silly. And it was because when the aliens are so large that they have to fit into large people's bodies. And there's some sort of device that shrinks them down. Because of that, it gives them gas. So throughout the entire fourth episode, every time you see these people that are obviously aliens, they're farting. And it's kind of funny the first 3 times, and that's a stretch. But after that, it's just constant. It's a running fart joke, and it isn't funny anymore. By the time the episode's over, heck, partway into the 5th episode, which there's not as much of the farting, thank God, but partway into there, you're just like, please stop. It's not funny anymore. And again, like I said, it wasn't funny that shortly after they introduced it. One thing I really noticed, and I can't remember whether it was just because of these particular characters or if it was just other characters in general, but when it would cut away from like the main circle, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Rose, Mickey, whenever it would cut away from them and it would just show other people, it was really silly, not very interesting at all, and that's really unfortunate because I don't know, maybe it's just because the show's just starting out, they don't know what to do with other characters outside the core ones, but I didn't care for it at all once it cut away from the main characters. There's one other aspect of the aliens that really bugged me, it was just in one scene, but in several other scenes we get to see, essentially, they open up an opening in the skin of the people that they're wearing, and all of a sudden this blue light starts flowing out. And, actually, before I go too deep into that, there's way too much color saturation in both of these episodes. The blue light is so annoying in both of these episodes. It's just absolutely ridiculous, and maybe it's just me, but every time I see it on screen, it just...
because, it blinded me.
Oh, yeah.
I do understand. Okay, because it like blinded me. Thinking back, it like
Right.
Granted, it didn't blind me as much because when I watched the episode originally,
Mhm.
we were going to prom.
Right.
I was expecting to be blinded at prom, because of the lights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that part didn't bug me, but like thinking back, it was blinding.
Weird.
Oh.
It looks really cheesy in that '90s special effect color kind of way. That's the best I can describe it. But moving on from that, as I was saying, they have the openings here, and in one particular scene, we see where one of the aliens, there's a zipper in the forehead of the person. Now, I don't know if this was even supposed to be seen. Maybe it was a special effect that should have been covered up and they forgot. Or maybe it was just showing the zipper so that we could tell how they open it. I don't know. It was really dumb and really stupid. Because, I mean, as far as I can tell,
Okay, let me just read that.
every time they would do it, which they do it multiple times, through both episodes, I thought it was just like they were taking their finger and cutting a hole in the forehead. See where one of the aliens, there's a zipper in the forehead of the person. Now, I don't know if this was even supposed to be seen. Maybe it was a special effect that should have been covered up and they forgot. Or maybe it was just showing the zipper so that we can tell how they open it. I don't know. It was really dumb and really stupid. Because, I mean,
And resonant Papa Ken is really resonant. I think it says Rantidin or something like that.
Resonant.
Redundant.
Redundant.
Yeah, redundant. Redundant.
People.
as far as I can tell, every
And
time they would do it, which they do it multiple times, through both episodes, I thought it was just like they were taking their finger and cutting a hole in the forehead. So, I mean, that was fine enough. It's sci-fi. I can believe that can heal back up. We don't need a zipper. That's just dumb. And okay, the final reason why I did not like these characters is for the visual representation. The aliens, the best way to kind of describe them is gigantic, baby-faced pug, black-eyed Muppets if they were designed by Tim Burton.
really, are you bad-mouthing Tim Burton? I don't care. Sometimes they do look like that.
From hell.
From hell, yeah.
You need the from hell. Because when you first see them, the from hell, Tim Burton. From hell. You need the from hell. Because when you first see them, they're very strange, kind of creepy, very weird design. But then there's chase scenes. And the chase scenes just kill it. Because we see it in two different ways. And it's such a stark contrast between both of the ways that we actually see these chases. On one, we have just the Muppet bodies, whatever they are, the big costumes. And they look so dumb. Like, when they're running, the big heads are going like this, bobbing up and down. It just looks stupid, not threatening at all. But then there's another way we see them chasing them, and it's CGI. And it's a return to the really bad-looking, very, very obviously CGI creatures. And the combination of the fact that the CGI doesn't look good with that contrast, like if they would have just stuck with just the animatronics or whatever it is, and made it look a little bit more threatening, that would have been fine. Or even if they just left CGI out completely, it would have been fine. But the CGI was just like the icing on top of the crab cake. It just didn't look good, and it was really. I could not stand these aliens. It started with the farts and ended with the CGI. But overall, what did I think of these 2 episodes? Didn't care for 4. Really liked 5. Now, like again, it's like the main reason I didn't care for 4 is mostly because of how friggin' silly it was.
Oh yeah, the fart jokes. Thinking back, I'm just like, come on. I mean, you gotta think. It's for kids. Kids like fart jokes.
Oh yeah.
And thinking back, Doctor Who had some cuss words in it. Obviously, it had to be censored. It's like Disney's doing it right now. Disney's doing it right now.
It's on what?
It was on British. You're talking now?
Yeah, it's on Nick,
Disney
right?
XD. It's on Disney XD.
Is it? I thought it was Nick only.
It's on Disney XD right now.
Okay. So that's why.
That's because they have to. I don't know why they have to censor that though. It's like
I don't know. Ask them. I don't know. I guess they just.
no, bro. No, at the beginning of each episode of Doctor Who, when it airs,
Yeah.
it says the doctor pulls out the sonic paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a voiceover guy says, "Doctor Who contains." Ooh.
Oh, it says all that kind of stuff.
And in a bit of exterminate, probably for signifying. No, seriously says that.
I know. It's funny.
I'll send you the warning. I'll send you the warning because I'm pretty sure they have it on YouTube.
Right.
It's been on like multiple times. Yeah.
Right.
And it basically says it may be unsuitable for younger viewers. You know?
That makes sense.
Okay. Well, Doctor Who Disney XD warning. Doctor Who Disney XD warning. Warning. Damn. Doctor Who Disney XD warning. Doctor Who contains warning. Hold on. I want to do this right. Doctor Who contains warning. Hold on. Doctor Who contains. Stupid. Doctor Who contains. Thank you. Doctor Who contains Disney XD. Hold on, stupid thing. I want to see if Doctor Who contains Disney XD. Okay, but it basically is telling you about the how much of the stuff it contains. The censorship for this the the cuss words are not even there. I mean, they're there, but they basically blur them out.
I get the point where you're saying you really have to send it to me because you haven't time to notice. I get what you're saying though.
Like, there's a scene in Love and Monsters where Elton says, "I'm not being pervy," or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a scene in Love and Monsters where Elton says, "I'm not being pervy," or anything. And for some reason, the censor cuts this out.
I don't know. Maybe they thought it was something.
It's like a sexual reference. I understand that, but really?
Darren, you're into sex stuff, dude. Why?
No, but these things are into 14-year-olds. You don't think they don't know what pervs are nowadays?
Oh, trust me, they do. They just don't. They just do that so people.
No,
I think they do that so people won't complain about what to them.
the censorship is for the cuss words. I understand,
Yeah,
Hell.
but parents complaining to them that something that they don't like.
Because there is a scene in Satan's Pit where Rose says "go to hell," and it just they censor it to go, and you just see the guy into space.
Right.
It's that I understand.
Yeah.
But they censor that, and don't they censor perviness,
Right.
And the kids' parents would be like, "Don't be a perv," because that's weird.
Right.
They could just the censorship is just weird.
Oh yeah. It's just I think they do it so parents don't freak out on what their kids are watching.
No, the censorship is just weird.
It is weird, but I think they do it because of the parents.
I just want to watch that.
They had a lot of issues with parents aggressive with them.
What they do with the
Past years, so they try to be very careful because parents complain about them.
To see what they do to see what they do with the past years is
Oh yeah.
Stupid. It was. But
weirdly enough, they started with Doctor Number 10.
Right.
Which is weird. They could have started with. It could have started with 9. It could have started with Christopher Eggleston, but they didn't.
Right.
Thank God I watched it before. Thank God I watched it before they started it.
It's true.
Because otherwise, it would have been lost.
That's true.
What
time do you want to get off the stream?
What time is it now?
7:06.
Okay, this is good enough.
Did you want to just hang out a little bit before you go to bed?
Yeah, we could.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna get off the stream and then we can hang out from there.
Yeah, I'll just.
Bye, guys. Yeah. Or did you want to stay on the stream?
We can just get off because.
Well, you will stay on with me.